COVID policies have put a damper on international travel for nearly 2 years. That includes travel to Israel, where for centuries believers have visited to find a deeper connection to their faith. Now that the doors are opening, those spiritual seekers are starting to return. Chris Mitchell met with one Christian group who recently made the journey.
These pastors got the chance to visit Israel thanks to Eagle's Wings Ministry, a group focused on advancing biblical mandates such as spiritual community.
We are so glad after 2.5 years that we couldn't come back to the land to bring these pastors, almost 30 pastors from all over America, from the UK and from Canada, because we're living in a moment in the Christian church that we're reconnecting to the Jewish roots of our faith and standing in support of the modern state of Israel. And these pastors...
I've been here a few times, but this particular time, it's really touched me not only to, to tap into my Christian roots, but really to tap into the Jewish roots.
For these pastors, a chance to experience the land where the Bible comes alive.
Honestly, it means finding history and bringing it to life for me. We read the Bible constantly. I preach from the Bible. Over these past 9 days, I've actually walked the Bible.
At one point, the group gathered around a piano on the promenade and began spontaneous worship.
I'm gonna build my life on you. I'm gonna build my life on you. I'm gonna build my life on you.
Pastors reflected on how this trip will enrich their ministry, especially first-time visitor, Pastor Joe Reeser.
It's planted a seed. It's made an impact. And I'm convinced of this, there's probably not an area of my ministry, my leadership, my future, my planning, my strategizing, that is not going to be impacted by the influence of the land and the people and what God is doing, not just what he has done historically, but what he is doing through this place.
The pastors are having their paradigms shifted. They're having their hearts softened and awakened.
For years, Stearns has led the Day of Prayer for the Peace of Jerusalem, and he says it's more important than ever.
We believe that at least one day a year, the hearts of the global church should turn back to Zion, should turn back and pray for the coming of our King, the return of our King.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
A blessing to see the doors back open, ready to make the journey. Gordon?
It is a blessing to see that. I know a lot of people want to go to Israel, and now would be a great time. As we come closer to Easter, we come closer to Passover. What a wonderful time to say this year, not next year, but this year,